Hello my beautiful Pisces friends, and welcome to your lunar cycle insight video for the new moon in Aquarius. And this is a very deep and healing time for you as we begin this month, Pisces, because Chiron, the wounded healer, is finishing up his stay in your sign. He's been there since 2011. He had a brief sojourn into Aries last year between April and September. Then he retrograded back into the final degrees of your sign. And in February, on the 19th, around the time of the Virgo full moon, he is going to move out of your sign, and he won't return for another 54 years. So as he makes his transition, he is crossing the 29th final degree of the zodiac in Pisces. This is a degree of release, of letting go, in order for us to be reborn anew. So just as the sun crosses the axis from Pisces into Aries at the spring equinox and initiates the new astrological cycle, the astrological new year, so Chiron is finishing up his 50-year journey around the zodiac and being prepared to rebirth himself anew. So for all of us, this means that we have an intense period at the beginning of February of releasing old karmic attachments and patterns, of coming into a space of love, forgiveness and surrender as we allow the past to be washed away, ready to initiate a new beginning, to claim our power to create the new, as Chiron shifts into Aries. So the underlying theme for you this month, Pisces, is really finishing up the lessons of Chiron in your sign. So learning how to be loving and gentle and compassionate with yourself, forgiving others, forgiving the bitterness and resentments of the past, anything that you might still be holding on to in your heart, letting go of any self-sabotaging or victimization behavior patterns, which can be the shadow of Chiron in Pisces. You know, during this period we've been looking outside of ourselves for a savior. We've been looking to perhaps angels or gurus or God or something outside of us to come in and save us. Chiron in Aries is all going to be all about claiming the power to heal ourselves, to heal our world. The last time Chiron was in Aries was in the 60s, when we had the love revolution, and he's about to begin a new cycle all over again. So all of the ways that we are used to healing, to connecting with spirit, to working with holistics, it's all about to upgrade. It's all about to ascend to a higher level. Fresh ideas and inspirations are going to come through. But first of all, we have to work on clearing up the residue of the last cycle. So for you, Pisces, you may be feeling the need to really be in a deep space of flow and release, allowing whatever rises up from your subconscious to come up and be witnessed, be held in love, which is of course the Pisces way. Pisces transforms others and itself through unconditional love. So hold that pain in love and watch it transform. Allow yourself to really fully experience this moment of rebirth, which some of us may not see again. So that's the underlying tone of the month for you, beautiful Piscean people. And it's really supported by this new moon in Aquarius, because this new moon will be taking place in your 12th house, which is also very connected with the vibration of Pisces, of Neptune. So you have an opportunity to renew your commitment to yourself, to healing yourself, to envisioning your mental, spiritual, emotional health and well-being as you would wish it to be. This is a time of letting go of old contracts, old limitations, and bringing in a renewed sense of healing and awareness. As I am speaking this, I'm actually in my mind's eye seeing the tarot card, the Star, which is a beautiful card connected with new hope, new inspiration, and new healing coming through for you. And I feel like that is what is going to be percolating beneath your subconscious this month, Pisces. You are preparing for a new beginning as we head towards your birthday and the new moon in your sign next month. So it's important that you allow yourself the time you need to really look deep within your soul and see what needs to be kept and what may need to be let go of at this time. Mercury, the messenger, enters your sign on the 10th of February, and he is going to be undertaking his first retrograde journey of the year here next month. So the echoes that are reverberating through your life at this time, connected with, you know, the mercurial energies of networking, communication, speaking, teaching, writing, are giving you a foreshadowing to see what might need to be reworked as he does take his underworld journey during March. So just pay attention to what is coming up in your just pay attention to any limiting beliefs or patterns that are arising at this time, and know that you will be given the opportunity to clear them next month. So you can find yourself being quite busy when Mercury is in your sign as well. He tends to amplify the need to connect and communicate. So this can be a time when you are also drawing towards you new connections, new people to collaborate and work with as well. Mars is also changing signs this month. He is leaving Aries, where he has been since the beginning of the year. So Mars has been moving through your second house, where he has been energizing your drive to create financial security and stability in your life, perhaps amplifying your need to claim your power, to claim your value, to claim your worth. And he is going to cross the Aries-Taurus axis on the 13th, 14th of February. And as he shifts signs, he's going to conjunct Uranus. So this is the final time that these two are going to meet in the sign of Aries in your second house for the next 84 years. And this is an energy of liberation, of freedom, of autonomy and independence. So this can be a time when we are breaking down, breaking through old patterns of, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, I don't have the resources, and coming into, yeah, I have the power within me to be self-sufficient, to create the security in my life that I desire. It's up to me. I am the power in my reality. So we might have some breakthroughs around that and around what needs to be changed so we can really fully embody that energy. Mars will be the following day on the 14th shifting into Taurus. So for all of us, this is a time when the inspirations that we've had the beginning of this year during eclipse season, the changes can start to be grounded, can start to be anchored. Mars in Taurus is a very steady earth energy that likes to bring things into physical form. So for all of us, we're going to be experiencing this energy this month of new beginnings, forward movement, because of the Aquarius new moon in initiating a wave of fresh energy and ideas, and because all planets are moving direct, and also because of Mars' movement into Taurus. And for you, Pisces, he's going to be coming into the third house. So again, we're kind of looking at this energy of the throat chakra, of communication, of speaking grounded truth, empowered words. So if any of you are in mercurial professions that require you to speak, teach, or write, this is the time when you can manifest things very quickly. Also, because Mars is indicative of our fire and passion, and Taurus is a fixed sign, this can be a time when we might become very aware of any rigid or fixed beliefs that we have, or opinions that we have, that may need to become more flexible, where we may need to become a little bit more compromising. It can also really empower us, like I say, to speak our truth. So we have to be careful that that comes out in a way that is not harmful, that we're not going to say things that we might later regret during this time. So just be aware, double check text messages, emails, that kind of thing, this month and next month when Mercury is retrograde. So Taurus is going to be here, Mars is going to be in Taurus for about 6 weeks time, so he's going to take us up to around the spring equinox point. On the 18th, the sun moves into your sign, so again, happy birthday, Pisces. I hope it's a magical year for you. He's coming into your sign, and this is typically a time when there can be new energy, new light, new life, new healing, new growth coming through for you, Pisces. So he's going to be illuminating that first house of your chart, making you more magnetic. Perhaps you'll feel a little bit more willing to engage socially at this time of the month as well. And as he comes into your sign, he will be opposing the full moon in Virgo, your opposite sign. So this is always an interesting full moon for you, Pisces. It takes place in your 7th house, the house of relationship, the house where we meet the other as a mirror of ourselves. So this can be a time when you are, particularly with Chiron changing signs around this time as well, you're looking at balancing your needs with the needs of other people. You're looking at how to create boundaries where needed, because you and your sister sign Virgo are healers, you're givers, you're caretakers, you really care about other people and their needs. And sometimes this can flow into a space where you are overgiving and perhaps not looking after yourself enough. So this is the time when we have to strike the balance. We have to detoxify our relationships and our connections with other people. So this can be a month where you're really reviewing where your time and energy is going, Pisces. And it can be a time when you're looking at which areas of your life need to be decluttered, need to be purified. How can you create a secure physical structure for your dreams to manifest in? How can you take care of your body and see it as a vessel for spirit? How can you manage your time and energy in the most productive ways would be the key messages for this month. And as I said, Chiron switches signs during the time of the full moon as well. So we've talked about him, finishing up in Pisces earlier on in this video. But as he moves into Aries, he comes into that 2nd house, where at the moment Uranus is still lingering there as well. He's going to move on next month at the time of the next new moon in your sign, which is also very significant. But for now, we're thinking about Pisces coming into this second house ruled over by Aries, because he's going to be there now until 2027. And when a planet first moves signs, it's when we get the wave of change, the foreshadowing of what is going to be our lesson in this area of our life for the time that he transits that sign. So what happens now is giving you an indication of what you will be working with on a deep level, the wounds you'll be healing for the next 7 years. And the second house is the house of resources, worth, value. And Chiron in Aries, as I said at the beginning, wants us to take our power back. He wants us to let go of victimization, of blame, of looking outside ourselves. He wants us to upgrade our energy to really embody the reality that we are the authority of our lives. We are the power that directs our life and either, you know, creates chaos or creates healing and transformation. So he's calling you to upgrade in the areas of building a solid foundation for yourself financially and emotionally. He's really going to highlight this energy of looking at how you are using your time and energy, how you're using your resources, your gifts, your talents, and asking you to heal any wounds around not feeling worthy of living a life of comfort, of pleasure. And this can also be connected with the body as well. The second house is very connected with our physical body. Taurus is a very embodied sign, and he natally rules over and he traditionally rules over the second house. So any wounds that we might have around not being fully present in our body, in our lives, can come up for healing during this time as well, because you Pisces, obviously, you know, on Pisces rising, we're all off in the ethers. You know, we're very comfortable with that energy. But Taurus says, you know, what can I, and the second house says, what can I feel, taste, touch, smell? What brings me pleasure? What awakens my sensuality? What nourishes my sexuality? So these are issues that can be coming up over the next 7 years to be worked with. So pay attention again to what is coming up in consciousness. This month is a little bit of a bridge month to what is going to come as we head into, again, some more intensity in March and April time. So thank you so much for listening to me, Pisces. I'm going to pick you a card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. And I always use these when I'm talking about Aquarius and Uranus, because there is no sign that is more revolutionary and rebellious than our cosmic water bearer. So let's pick us a card for you, Pisces, to guide you through the next 4 weeks. I love this. Inner trust. And I actually love that image. She looks very priestessy. She looks very Vestal, which is very much connected, an image very much connected with the sign of Virgo, where the full moon's going to be. And it just speaks to me of this purification that you're undergoing this month as well, Pisces. So inner trust. So you as a sign are so deeply connected to your intuition. And we've got Chiron amplifying that. We've got the moon in the 12th house. We've got Mercury in the 12th house in your sign. So this is saying you know what is best for you. You know the way forward. You know what you need to do to make the changes you need to in your life. You know what needs to be let go of. And this can also be a message if you've got people around you that are giving you their opinions, their advice, then this is a time when you can start to say, thank you for your input, but actually I feel like this is the right way to do things. So trust your intuitive knowing, trust your own cycles and rhythms. You will know the perfect time to emerge and when to set things in motion. If you wish to connect with me further, Pisces, you can check the links below this video that will take you to my Facebook offerings. Sending you so much love, wishing you a beautiful new moon, birthday season, lots and lots of love.